the piston rings are on the new piston. Now we're going to attach the piston to the crankshaft. This new crankshaft right here. That's kind of neat, isn't it? Now we have the wrist pin, which is the silver one right there. This is your wrist pin, which I've fixed. I've chamfered on the edges. You want to put a little bit of oil in it. Now I don't know if I can do this one-handed. Now, usually on a 12 millimeter, this is probably an 8 millimeter, but on a 12 millimeter crank they have a little bearing in here. It's called a wrist pin bearing. These don't have it for some reason. Maybe they don't need it. But what I like to do is to just get it in place. Usually it takes two hands, and especially if you're younger, that worked right there. And we push the wrist pin all the way through to the other side, and I'm going to show you the other side here. Let's see if I can get this under the light. It's a heavy little bitch. You can see the wrist pin as I'm pushing it through. Okay? And what it will do is it will line up with that little tiny groove in there. There's a little tiny groove, and you see the little spot right here on the piston? What that's used for is to take your pair of pliers and to either install or take out the little circlips one on each side. So we go to the other side. This thing weighs like, damn it, 9 pounds, so it's kind of heavy. But you can see how far this one is out. You just push this in to where it's even, and you see the little tiny, let's see if I can do this. You see the little tiny gap right there, slot. And then we take our clips and we put them in. Now the problem with Honda clips are made of high-speed steel. They're really good clips. But if you buy aftermarket circlips, sometimes you don't know what you're going to get. Pot metal, good, bad, and if one of them breaks loose on you, this 10-cent item can ruin a $500 engine. And I've seen it happen in my own bikes. So I'm gonna take my little pliers and put them in. They go in pretty easy. They go in a bit easier than they come out. But all they do is they hold the wrist pin and the piston together. That's what they do. They hold the wrist pin right here, so the wrist pin can't come out while it's going up and down and doing its ruckus dance, motor dance. Okay.